Hi everybody, we're at Provisions Market Hall. This is Tanya.
Hi.
And it is our day to talk to the mayor, and she's over there patiently waiting for us. But we are also going to tell you about some stuff going on here at Provisions. And it is Oregon Cheese Month.
Oregon Cheese Month. It's a whole new thing. Apparently it's the first year.
So it's, hey Sam, come here for a second. So we're going to get Sam over here, and Sam's going to chat with us a little bit. So Sam, this is Sam, and he's the cheese spurt. That's a cheese expert. I just made up that word.
I go for cheese whiz personally, but that's pretty good too.
You are the cheese whiz. Yeah. Okay, so Oregon Cheese Month is what?
So Oregon Cheese Month is really exciting. I'm very excited about it. A lot of people are not going to really know what I'm talking about when I say Oregon cheese.
Because this is new.
This is new. This is the inaugural Oregon Cheese Month of ever. So
in the world.
In the world.
And so at Provisions Market Hall, that's where we are. They're the sponsor of the show today. They are giving 10% off on Oregon cheeses for the whole month of September. So anything in here that has an Oregon cheese mark on it will be 10% off. And this is a chance for people, Sam, to try other kinds of cheeses, right?
That's right. So there's about close to 20 different artisanal cheesemakers in Oregon that are just world-class, win World Cheese Awards left and right. But for a lot of people here in Eugene, they might not actually be that familiar. So this is a good chance to try some new things, try some things that maybe you've seen before but never quite gotten around to trying, and just see everything that's so spectacular about Oregon cheeses.
So Sam, tell them about your free cheese class that you have.
Oh yeah, this is very exciting. So we're doing this on the 23rd. It's going to be from 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a Saturday. And it's going to be all of those cheeses. Like I said, it's going to be about 20 different cheeses. We're going to do it for free. So you just walk in, ask for cheese, and I give it to you. We're going to set up a big table in the middle of the store. I know, this sounds all right, right?
Yeah, we get a beer guy involved in this too. I'm in, man.
Oh yeah,
I'm
beer
there.
and wine, you got to have it. So
what we will learn is things like how to pair cheese with which wine, what kind of food to use different kind of cheeses with, that sort of thing.
We're going to do, I love just letting people know all of the cool things you can do with cheese. And you know, the short answer is there's no wrong answers, but you can get pretty nerdy about it when you want to. And for people who are interested in these things, we're also doing an actual cheese class. We're doing a cheese class called Cheese 101, which is kind of going a little bit more in depth with what I'll talk about at the free event. But we're doing that on the 14th. It's going to be, I think it's $30 or something, and we just really talk about different kinds of cheese, how to make a cheese plate, how to pair cheeses with wines, all of those good things. So.
Somebody came on and being smart, he is the cheese whiz. But somebody came on and said, this is kind of a cheesy show, Rick.
It's getting cheesy. Yeah, the longer you leave me on the camera, the cheesier I'll get, too.
But it's not a stinky cheese show. Now, you guys, this is Tanya.
Hi.
And she's our faithful friend here. Let's go real quick over to the sale. So you guys, like Provisions never has sales.
Never have sales.
Never.
Never.
So right now they're having this sale. And we're going to get to the cheesy Rick.
Yep.
Oh, Brandy, that was really mean. If I had a feeling, it would be hurt right now. Have you guys have you noticed a lot of red?
There's so much red.
You guys are so much red.
There are some Huskers in town. Wait, did you know? Apparently, the Cornhuskers used to be bug eaters. That was their mascot. Did you know that? The bug
eaters?
They were the bug eaters.
But then
so we're thinking we're going to make fun of bug eaters all weekend.
Right. But then you come up with Cornhuskers as a
I don't know.
But anyway, I've seen them everywhere. So
anyway,
they're in red. So you guys be nice because they're going to go home losers. So you need to be nice. And they can come down too and buy stuff. But look, I just want to give you real quick, and then we'll go talk to the mayor. So here's the sale, 25 to 75% off.
Yep.
And you guys, this is stuff like
all kinds of stuff. Well, this is all barware stuff, like bitters and tonics and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, and then you got candles,
garden stuff,
beautiful stepware. There's only 2 of these left over the pour-overs. That's kind of slick and fancy.
Amazing candles, lotions and soaps.
Justin says, just when you thought Cornhuskers was bad.
I know, it's so true. Picnic baskets.
So also, you guys, real quick, before we get over to the mayor, there is the Cicchini night tonight.
Oh, Cicchetti.
How did I get that? You guys just ignore me. Just pretend like I don't exist.
Zucchini?
It's okay. Zucchini night. It's Zucchini night at Provisions.
I'm trying to think of where. I won't make fun.
What it really, you already did.
It's tonight.
Cicchetti night.
Every Friday from 5 to 8, and we do this great little, it's kind of a Venetian, like tapas style. You come over to our charcuterie butcher area. bite-sized food and sip Aperol Spritzes and Negronis and Prosecco and start your weekend here. And
So it's like a really high-class, cool appetizer
It's pretty
thing
rad.
where you just can wear jeans and come in.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
we don't-
packed. It gets really packed down in here.
Yeah.
Just people coming in because
Super fun.
they do this before they go to dinner or something.
Exactly. It's a great place to start off.
All
Meet
right.
your friends by the fountain and
It's
kick
awesome.
off your weekend.
All right, so you guys, the mayor just got back from a trip
Oh, yeah.
to London,
She's
and
got
there's a
some-
reason. So this is Eugene Mayor Lucy Venice, and we're going to go have a little conversation with Lucy. Hello, Mayor. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm
It's
good.
good to have you. Thank you for being patient and waiting for us.
Happy to be here.
We had a little technical thing go on. You know how it is. It's like nothing can work just right, you know? So you just got back 2 weeks ago from being in London.
I did.
So
I did.
what were you doing in London, my dear?
Well, I had the opportunity to go with the assistant city manager to see the World Track and Field Championship, which London is hosting now and that Eugene will be hosting in 2021.
So 2021, all those people are coming to our community.
Right. So this was a reconnaissance mission. So we spent the mornings meeting with the local organizing committee, with the leadership of the IAAF, the Athletic Federation, and we spent the afternoons and the evenings going to the track event. I had tours of the stadium, understood, how they what the athletes' experience is, learned a lot about how they organize their volunteers, how they did outreach to the community in the event. So they have a stadium that was their Olympic stadium in 2012. It seats 60,000 people. We will have a stadium that is Hayward Field that will seat 30,000 people. So there are lots of, different decisions about how we do that.
And Lucy and I were talking earlier, and what I really like what you said, and you did too, we were smiling about this, is they don't want, the Track and Field Association, they don't want this to be a London event in Eugene. They want it to be our event.
They want it to be uniquely ours. And so we have, even though we're much smaller, obviously, London is a city of 7 million, we are a city of 160,000, so we're not at the same scale as London. We refer to this event as Oregon 21 because we recognize the whole state will be involved in it, and how people get back and forth between Portland and just other outlying communities. But the beauty of this is we are the home of track and field. It's
Right.
part of our legacy, it's part of our culture, it's what we value, and we get an opportunity to share that. It's very different from London because it's coming home.
And what will be really nice is that I think we will get there's going to be a lot of people because they're going to want to come here very badly because it is that the Prefontaine and that all that,
Right,
where the track world, Nike started
Right.
here. So we're going to, but we can do some cool things like that too.
We'll do very cool things, and it's an opportunity for the city to really think about some of the legacy work that we do, that we can build programs and build infrastructure that the city will benefit from for decades. So this sort of drives some of the timeline on that work.
How much is what do we even know what kind of infrastructure we have to put in?
Well, of course, so we're of course we look at just transportation. How do people get from point A to point B? So we already have an MX line on West 11th. We are going to open up now it's been delayed slightly in the early spring of 2018. We will have a bike share system, so connecting the University of Oregon with downtown Eugene with Whitaker. So we'll roll that out by 2021. We're hoping that's more robust and a lot of our visitors will use bikes. We're going to do some redevelopment. We have a big riverfront project on the eWeb property. We're hoping that a lot of that at least won't be all built out completely, but a lot of that open space, park, some of the buildings will be built by then, so that it will have improved access to the river and to those bike trails. So all of that in terms of how people move around Eugene, how they get to events, and how they get to other events that are happening in the state that are of interest. So
does it give us the opportunity to take some of these projects that we knew we want to do anyway and push them? Because
Right.
we have a goal. Like sometimes when you have a deadline, don't you tend to get things done a little faster?
That's right. It definitely is driving the timeline. We're definitely looking. We look at the riverfront project and we say, this has been on the books for a long time now. It's really time to move forward because we don't want it to look the way it looks today. We don't want it to still look like that 4 years from now.
Right.
So it is definitely driving that timeline.
What should what can local businesses be thinking about now? Okay, so we've got 4 years. So if you're just a local business out there and you're thinking, okay, this is coming, what should we be doing? I mean, just suggestions. You know what I mean? Not an official mayor thing. I'm just thinking.
I think that, when you think about this, we've hosted the Olympic track trials 3 times now. So businesses, and we learned a lot doing that in terms of what is the first year, I think a lot of downtown businesses were disappointed that there wasn't enough overflow. And so we learned from that in the subsequent track trials about how to draw people into the city as the city management. If we think about it and we think about our downtown and what draws people to downtown and what kind of activities do we make available, so people should be thinking about that.
Right.
I've been kind of playing with the idea of whether we can have some international themes in the years building up to it, say, this month is Swedish month and this month is Kenyan month, and so that we start to think about the language and the food and the cultural events, and maybe there's a way in which businesses could engage in that too if we decided we were going to have some international themes building up to it.
It's kind of fun to think, how many people do we think will that draw here?
I think we're using a number of 40,000 right now.
Could you imagine what some of the nonprofits could do with runs and 5K runs?
Right, I think there are lots of,
leading up to it even.
Right, lots of opportunities. I think that one of the things that they did in London very effectively, and that has been a priority for Tracktown, that Tracktown has talked about a lot in planning for this, is the impact on healthy kids. So how we encourage athletic opportunities.
That's a great
It could
idea.
relate to the city's Parks and Rec master plan in terms of what we choose to upgrade as a community, what becomes a priority there. So there's a lot of rollout. One of the fun things they did in London is they had a mascot. They had a specific mascot for the games, and in order to design that mascot, they did a competition with school children.
Oh.
So the mascot actually, Hedgehog the Hero, or Hero the Hedgehog, was designed by a student.
Right.
And I think he was an elementary school student. So they have this kind of goofy, fun mascot, and they got the schools all involved in doing that. So there are lots of ways, I think, for the community to sort of get engaged and hopefully see benefits down the road.
So for people, if they want to find out more about this, the city is going to have something on the website, or
the city is moving forward. And of course, Tracktown is sort of the lead here, but we have strategic partnerships, and so we're all just coming together, having been to London. So our first meeting is about 2 weeks out. So we kind of debrief what we got out of that and what our next steps are in terms of defining our goals as a city, what we want to get out of this event.
So real fast, also anything, it's September, City Council's back in session.
Right.
Is there something
Monday.
people should really be paying attention
Well,
to?
I think this fall the big piece that people should be tracking is that we will come out to the voters in November with a renewal of the road bond. And so the reason to do that is that it's been a 5-year bond. It will expire at the end of next year, and we want it to be seamless. We don't want to lose a construction cycle. And so the voters will not witness any change if approved. It's a continuation, and it's a continuation that will be just like the last road bond, with a specific list of roads that need safety improvements, right? Re-asphalting, whatever it is, those roads need to be safer roads. So you won't see a difference in your taxes. It'll be the sort of same item it has been. We're hoping it will pass because it's been very effective at keeping us on top of our road maintenance and safety issues.
Now, when will that be on the ballot?
It'll be this November.
This November.
So that'll be a fall conversation, fall campaign.
Okay, so next month we'll talk a little bit more about that, and maybe even bring somebody in from the street, Public Works or something with her, and we can kind of get some information for you guys so you know what you're voting on and that sort of thing.
Right.
I saw something in the paper the other day about the land swap with what's going on with.
So we're moving forward. I'll just say that I got an email, an irritated constituent saying nothing's happening there, and I said, well, nothing's visibly happening on the ground, but a lot of work has been happening behind the scenes. So the city and the county finally actually signed the intergovernmental agreement that details the land swap. So the city is purchasing the block that now houses the so-called Butterfly parking lot and the farmers market, and the county is purchasing what is now an empty lot that was the home of the former city hall. So we're swapping those out. That now that intergovernmental agreement has now gone to a judge, a Coos Bay judge, because there is still a deed, an old Skinner deed that applies to that property. So we need to be sure that we can do this and it doesn't violate that deed. So the judge will rule on that. We don't know how long that will take. Hopefully not too long. And then, you know, our planning goes on.
Right.
We're all sort of counting on that going through. If it doesn't, it will be more than a disappointment.
So the plan would be to put a new city hall on the Butterfly lot
Right.
with a farmer's market
With a
and
farmer's
real
market.
public space.
Right.
And then the old city hall lot would become a new county building.
Right.
And then the current county building stays as a public service building.
Right. So
Okay.
the lot will be specifically a courthouse.
Okay.
So
are
not
they
a
gonna
general county building. but a courthouse.
you're not probably the right, but you're more involved in this than I am. And my question would be, why are they going to tear down the big section where the DA's office is? That big, hideous, ugly thing.
So the existing courthouse, its ultimate destiny is not known.
Oh, okay.
So that is kind of part of a potential phase 2. So it could be that the city actually has an option to purchase that property from the county. Also, as part of this agreement, that's one of the options that we have, is to purchase that. So the city could make a decision that we're going to purchase that and either renovate that building or tear it down and build our phase 2 of the city hall. The phase 2 would be the consolidation again of city offices back into a single building. Council has not committed to that yet, so
You're just leaving your options
We're
open.
just trying to get phase 1 done, where we
Right.
get the main building, and then but that is there. That possibility is there.
So guys, so what Lucy's talking about, just to kind of clarify, so there is work being done, a lot of work being done, and right now it's not in limbo, it's waiting for a judge to rule whether or not the Skinner deed applies to that property. So once that's known, then they can move forward to the next step.
And we're doing, all the planning is going on anyway, you know, the beginning of all of the sort of considerations, design considerations of the new lot. A lot of staff is, you know, they're not just sort of sitting on their hands waiting for something to happen. They're anticipating. And so hopefully once we get a decision, we can really hit the ground running.
All right. Lucy, thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.
And thanks. So you guys remember, planning for 2021, it's only 4 years. It sounds like a long way away until you think, well, it's only 4 years away.
Only 4 years. It's soon.
And so we, you know, it's good to everybody to start thinking and being creative and get your ideas to the city if you have some stuff, or to track town or anything like that. If you have ideas, or if you have your own nonprofit, I'd be looking for a reason to be doing some stuff around there. You know,
I'm hoping it drives my conversations around a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
And so, right, we want to address the needs of the community as we go forward.
All right. You guys, again, this is sponsored by Provisions Market Hall. And tonight is their big night, their Friday night appetizers and wine and that kind of thing. Again, Cheese Month in Oregon. So come down, and Sam has his cheese class on the 23rd. He'll teach you how to prepare all your cheese and everything. And then, well, what else I was going to tell you? There's something else. Oh, their sale. They're having their first sale here. A bunch of stuff that's going to be on sale. They never have sales. That's what Tanya said. And so they are selling some stuff at that. So again, the thing you can do for us is to get people informed about what's going on, is just share this on your page so people can hear the latest on what's going on in the city. And next month, maybe Lucy can bring in somebody from Public Works, and we'll talk about that street.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's great.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
so much.
Hey, see you guys
Bye-bye.
later. Share it. Thank you. And be nice to the Nebraska fans, okay? I mean, it's going to be hard for
I
them
will not be wearing red tomorrow. I'm just saying.
it's going to be hard for them to go home losers, so just be nice to them. Now I stuck my foot in my mouth.